Hello everyone. Hello. Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. And this is a second part of our series, painting named Element Blossom. And today is, session number two. And in this particular session, we'll try to finish the branches. So just for the quick recap, give me a second. Let me set the speed streaming. Okay, so it is going. So just for the recap, what we did in the episode number one, that is, if you see this, we have finished the background. So we started with a turquoise deep, if you remember, and then phthalo blue and ultramarine blue along with the unbleached white and the titanium white we have used it. And the midsection, we kept it light to give that brighter effect of the light. Especially we wanted to highlight the tree branches. So that is the middle part, and we used a dry brushing and blending techniques yesterday. And we have also used the broader brush, to give the more calming sense of the painting. So this is what we did to build the background. After that, we referred the picture and we have drawn the, branches using the chalk. Please do not use pencil. Always use chalk because it's easy to remove. Pencil will leave the mark, and if you try to remove it with rubber or anything, it will remove the paint. So that, tip already I told you yesterday. So use the chalk only. Now, in today's session, we'll focus on coloring these branches. And session number three, there we'll focus more on finishing the painting by blossom, in the sense flowers. So this is what my plan is. So let's, start with the session number two, where we will be painting the branches. So what we'll do, we'll start with the base layer, which is basically a black. So we will do the black part first, and the brush which we are going to use it. Today we are going to just use two fine brush. One is, it's a cat tongue. You can see that, in the top of that, it will be like, tongue. So that is called the cat tongue style of the brush. And other one is a normal round brush, and size number 2 or 3, you can use it. So this is for the broader branches and this is for the fine branches. Only these two brushes we are going to use it. And today we'll just focus on completing the branches as soon as possible. So let me set my, camera so that we can start quickly. And I hope it is visible. And we have to just give the base. So I'll start with the broader branches first. I'll turn the canvas. And I'll start with the broader branches. So this is my palette. So this is my deep black. Today is, it's pretty straightforward. So only 3 steps we have to do it today. So I'm just taking black, and I have, as usual, always keep tissues ready with you, to wipe the brush, etc. and water. It's the same thing. I just dip the brush with water first time only, and slightly I'll remove that water and I'll take the black. And I'll start painting the broader branches first because I have that, cat tongue brush. So let's start that broader part. So we can start with the line first, outline. So if it is, broader one, start with the outline and just follow the chalk which you did. And once it is dried, you can just wipe the chalk. So do not worry about that. And no need to even, go on top of the chalk. You can go in the side also, the way you are comfortable. Slightly plus minus, it happens. Not necessary exactly because it's a just branch, right? It can be any shape, so no issue. If you are going, slightly here and there, not as per the drawn pattern also. So just start with the boundary for the broader, branches. So this is, bra. See, I have drawn boundary first and now it is pretty easy to color it. See, you can use the same brush. This is a background, remember, this is not the actual even color. This is a background, but ensure especially the outline side one, it is properly colored. Because although it is comes in the different layer, but background layer sometimes it is visible and it gives a uh, impact also. And we want to give the tree, so normally almond blossom, it will be olive. Even branches will be olive shade. And I will show you. Let's complete the black. And for the next layer, I will tell later. So we are going to use green. And I have a different shades, but you can mix also and you can make it. So I'll tell that technique later. Let's finish the black part first. So this is again, as I told, for the broader branches, give the outline first. And you can use some water also sometime due to chalk, right? If it is mixed with the color, so it will become dry. And then coloring it would be difficult. Not difficult, it doesn't, flow. And just enjoy this activity. Alexa, play meditation music. This station, meditation on Amazon Music. Can slightly change also if you feel, somewhere we missed it. So see the way I am changing it because it was looking like parallel line. So I'm just changed it. And on the fly also you can change it. So chalk is just to give you, an idea. Even with brush also you can do changes. It's to visualize, more what you want to exactly build it. And enjoy the music and enjoy the first stroke. That is more important rather than, finishing the painting. Finishing the painting is not a, you know, target. Something is remaining, you can do later also. Moreover, just enjoy that moment and especially music, and then being in present with the painting. That is more important rather than finishing it. That is. I can finish it in 10 minutes only, everything, but finishing is not presently. So, and while painting, you can definitely change the patterns of the branches also. You can add additional also. If you want to give that crowded, it's up to you. It's not compulsory to give any specific, because this is what you're building for yourself. And see, I'm using the same brush. You can change the brush also. I thought it can be done with this only. If required, you can change it. No issue. But for me, it is sufficient. You remember yesterday I told you zigzag part is important. So ensure you are doing that. And you can change the brush because now it is coming a slightly broader. So we are done with this. Just wash the brush and you can use the dryer to dry this layer. And that will say whether it's been dried. The part is dried already, I can see that. And leave this side, which is the broader branches, that is, slightly remaining. And so we are done with, drying it. Now quickly, what we have to do, this first layer is completed. Okay, now this is my palette. I'll show you how to build a sap green. We need a sap green. Okay. Alexa, volume 2. Alexa, volume 3. So this is my cad yellow. Cad, that is a normal yellow. You can just mix it with, yellow. That is also sap green. You can see here, sap green came. See, it is a darker sap green. You can see that. So that is sufficient. Otherwise, I have a, sap green separately also. You can use that. But because, we already built it. So let's, go ahead with this. So mix it with yellow and keep all, ready because we have a. So that is our next layer. So I will tell you for few branches and same has to be repeated for all the branches. So we'll try to cover as much as we can do in live. Otherwise, rest you do it because it's a repetitive patterns. It's the same technique everywhere. So I'm using the same brush, that is a cat tongue brush. So we'll take the sap green. Alexa, play the soft piano. Okay. So start with the broader branch and we are not going to, paint it. We have to just build the pattern. So let me show you how I'm building the pattern for any branch from the near. See, I'm using vertical this way, like this. So what we are doing, we are, circular. We are trying to give that circular layer. Okay. Circular part. See. So that, texture will come like a circular, especially with these, pattern. That is our second layer. Same technique, we have to do it in all the branches. Now question comes, what you will do with the for the fine branches. You see, you can use a fine brush. That is a one way. Otherwise, it's not compulsory to give the exact technique, but try as much as possible to give that circular movement. And you can take color again. Remember sap, green, that texture should come. Somewhere it's been missed. You can again, use that. But that is the main highlight of actually this painting. Its branches are the main highlight of this, especially this. And that is also relaxing pattern. That is the reason, I am emphasizing on that. Yeah. Give the circular movement of the brushes. Can just cover like this. Okay. Now let's take another branch. Alexa, volume 6. So here it is, we need a fine brush. So let me, finish the broader part first and then I'll change the brush. Otherwise, that pattern will get. Painting black was somewhat, that is a base. Some plus minus happen, na, then no, not a issue. Even for this also not a issue because it's a acrylic. But when we have a brush, we can use it. Let's give, this is our second layer. Even after that, one more layer is there. With that, branches will finish today. So somewhere if you are seeing, that black part is remaining, that you are not covering, that is fine because this is the way we want to build. We want to give slightly shadow, shadow effect. So that is also fine, no issue. Now from here, I will just change my brush. So I'm taking this fine. You can see that it is a size number 3 round brush and which I have shown at the beginning. Take sap green again. And now because it is a fine brush, so your pattern will also slightly, that will reduce. So ensure it is not getting reduced, drastically. Otherwise it will take time also. It's taking too much time actually for this. Okay. So let me take previous brush only. We'll see how to. Okay. So just use it carefully, previous brush only, and try to give the circular. Only just be careful, that's all. Yeah. This is done, and here also we'll use the same brush. I think with this only we can do that is much better. See, now it is, that round patterns are coming. This is what you So that sap green is over, I'll again, mix black and slightly yellow on my palette. You can see here. And I'm just mixing it and do not use water. Reason is we are building a pattern. We are not building the base. So what happens to if water quantity is not, proper, it may spread. You know, it will not come as a pattern there. It will get filled. But we want, proper those circular brush strokes. Do not use water. Some water you can use it, but completely do not, dip it. Okay. Now I think we might have to use the, but see with this also you can do like this, because from far, if it is very far, fine branches, circular movement anyway, it will not be visible. But we will try, we will see that. Let's finish first broader branches, and then we will. Okay. So let me take this brush and I'll see how we can use this brush. So now I'm taking color sap green again, and I'll start with any fine branch and I'll see, how it is coming. This is fine. For this much fine branch, this is fine. And as I told, it's not compulsory to give here because anyway it will not be visible. That circular pattern, it will not be visible for this much of fine branches. So what you can do, you can just give dash dash, something like that. But giving a sap green is compulsory because it's a clearly visible black, and there is a huge difference in the shade black and sap green. So you can take it, see it how I filled the fine branch. And let's same way complete other branches. With this, our second layer will be completed. And third layer is pretty easy. Third layer, nothing much is there. We'll finish that also. And once you have built that, right? Please post pictures in the comment section and please do that. And nobody is here to judge or anything because we are building for ourselves. If you're comfortable, please do share. Or you can share just with me also. That is also fine. In the car, messenger, you can share that. Okay. See, if I'll try to finish everything, we'll go beyond time. So now we will quickly go to the third layer for the branches, which I have filled. So what I am going to do it, I'll take some white. So we have to just, take the lighter shade of the sap green only. So I'm just taking some white on my palette. And I'll use the previous brush only because I want to show how three layers, right? Three layers will go to build the branches. And let me dry some parts so that, I can show that. Okay. So now what I'm doing, this is my sap green and this is white. I will just make a lighter shade of it. That's all. Only lighter shade of the sap green with, and I have the same brush and I will just highlight some portion to give the lighting effect, you know. So let's take this broad branch only. Same technique, it has to be applied everywhere. First, step number one is a black. Step number two is giving the circular, uh, brush strokes using the sap green. Sap green, we made it using yellow and black mixing. Third step is a lighter shade of the sap green, and we are just highlighting the same circular movement only use it, but do not do everywhere. No, do like this. Do not override anything. Just somewhere, give that slightly, actually light should be from top. You would have done from here. Okay, let me correct it. Okay. Give it from the top and do not overwrite it, just highlight. And keep the direction of the strokes same, the way, previous layer has been done. See, with this is done. One more branch, I will do it. Some places you can give in even in the middle also. It's not necessary to give it the side. If you feel, you can consider lighting part. See, it's not compulsory. We are very at beginner series. Okay, so do not think too much about lighting and all. But just to feel free to, learn the brush stroke, control on the brush. That's all. That is the only expectation. No other expectations are there, and spatially releasing stress. That is, main motive for doing this pattern. And you'll feel good also after making this painting. You'll feel good because that is really, floral blossom. No? You'll feel that. Okay. See, you can see even for fine branches also. I just highlighted, roughly you can do. We are not dragging the brush. We are just tapping. See, for black, we were, dragging the brush. This is just highlight. We are just tapping. And I haven't used water. Okay. So wherever I have done previous layer, I already did the next layer. Same you have to repeat for all the branches. So that is your homework. Okay. And let me just highlight. With this branches part is done. Something has to be highlighted that will be very lighter work. But base work is done for the branches. You can see that. Okay. I'll show you. You can just see from the near, especially those, circular movements. If you see from the far, you can clearly, see the branches, especially it's rounded. That is a effect of the brush stroke. You can see that. It's visible, pretty visible. If you'll see the painting from the far. So with this, we are done today. So there you learned, the brush stroke and also how to highlight and not using water and building the pattern. And same pattern, you have to do it, everywhere. Step number one, what we did it, black. coloring the base. That is a base. Step number two, sap green and using the circular movement so that it looks 3D branches, right? Rather than dragging the brush, we did the pattern based. And third is, uh, uh, you know, mixing the white with the existing sap green, only making the lighter shade of it. And then just highlighting, not overriding the existing layer. And in between these steps, we have dried the canvas. So this is what we did. Now, as a homework, whatever remaining branches are there, you have to repeat the same technique. I will do it, in night only, and I will post the picture also after completing. So thank you so much for joining live. I hope you got certain techniques and you'll soon start building it. And you maybe if you have maybe got interest to build it. So trust me, this painting anybody can do that. If you'll just follow the instruction, recording also you can do that, and please do that and do it for yourself initially for your own room. And this one I'll highly recommend. So just start doing that if you haven't started, and I'll see you in my next live. Bye bye, take care, and good night.